Alrighty, YouTube, it's your boy Zxous, and we're back with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at, I suppose, one of the quote-unquote worst tier lists that I've ever seen, right? So I was linked this tier list, and I was asked to do a review on it. So we're gonna see. I haven't seen it yet. I just opened it. Alright, we're going to see. Hopefully, it's actually a tier list that like actually puts them in tiers rather than it being, because I don't really like trust this any website's tier list, because they usually just say like S and then it only has names, right? If there's pictures with it, it's much better. So hopefully I'm not wasting my time with this intro, and I'm actually just gonna, you know, see an actual tier list. But make sure you guys subscribe and like. We are so close to 6,000 subscribers, so if you guys are new, please subscribe. But let's take a look. So okay, it is actually pictures, so just scroll down real quick. Yeah, oh wow, okay, I've already seen some questionable ones, right? So let's take a look. So S plus, right? So this is what the tiers mean. So S plus means OP, S means best, A means good, and tier B means decent, C means average, and B means bad. So let's take a look at S plus. Let me see if I can make this bigger. I can. Perfect. I don't know why it's onto the side like that though. Let me kind of like do it like this. I don't like how it's onto the side like that, so I'm just gonna actually just move it a bit. There we go. Okay, so in S plus they have Liter, Senti, Haran, Modernia, Scarlet, Anise, Summer Anise, and Biscuit in S plus, which means OP. Now I'm gonna assume this is overall, because there's no way Biscuit in S plus overall is not close to being true, right? Like, I think Biscuit's a decent supporter character, but I wouldn't even say she's like S, honestly, because the way she works is not really that crazy. I want to say, honestly, like, I wouldn't use Biscuit unless I'm literally using a defender on the team. That's me personally, and let me know if you guys also are like that. I only use Biscuit if I'm using defenders in the team, because Biscuit's first skill is cool for attackers, but it's definitely not my first option for an attacking buff, obviously, right? Her burst skill is decent enough for a supporter allies, but I feel like there's just other options that I could get from that second burst 2 option, and because she's a 40-second character, I also have to bring another burst 2, so it's not really in the cards for me, right? And then Haran is also an S plus. I could see how some people would say she's an S plus, but I do think she does fall off end game. What the heck? I would say Haran is highest is probably S, but S plus I could see it, I guess, but really end game for me and a lot of other players, she kind of does like dim down a bit. So I'd say her peak is S. But Biscuit in S plus is just ridiculous, so I'm not going to lie. Everybody else in S plus is fine. Alright, Litter, Senti, that's fine. Modernia, Scarlet, Summer Anise, that's fine. I would probably just move Haran down one here, and then we'll talk about Biscuit later. Like, Biscuit needs to come down. In S, we have Noise, Pepper, Rapunzel, Dollar, Rupee, Alice, Drake, Privity, Snow White, Noir, Nero, Blanc, and then Bay Goddess Mary. Sorry, I thought my phone was ringing. Okay. So something isn't cooking here. For Biscuit to be higher, for Biscuit and Haran to be higher than some characters in S, such as Rapunzel, Alice, Blanc, Noir, even Privity, is been insane to me. That's why I would say I would move Haran down, because I could see Haran. I mean, I would put the bunny girls up for sure, both of them for sure. Probably I would put Rapunzel up as well in a general tier list. I think I'd put Rapunzel up at S plus, maybe I should do a general tier list. I don't think I've ever done a general tier list. Like, I do tier lists for like specific burst skills. And then I also have my must-have tier list where I just tell you guys like the characters that are you must have on your account for, you know, just general progression. But I don't have a general tier list of who's like good and bad. Maybe I should do one of those. But Blanc and Noir definitely should go up. Alice should probably go up. Privity and Rapunzel are questionable for most people. Rapunzel for me personally would go up. Privity for me is questionable. Everybody else can stay, I think. Mary in S, maybe, like, that's if I'm giving her like the benefit of the doubt. Honestly, I would put her in A, but that's just me personally. Like this summer Mary, I'd probably put her in A. But yeah, I'd probably move her on down here, and Biscuit will come back to you again. But this is definitely an iffy one here for sure. Is there anybody in S that is way too high in my opinion? Honestly, not. I mean, maybe Nero, and that's only because Nero's really only good when with Rapunzel. Hence why I never give Nero a high tier, right? Like if I was to always, you know, base Nero if she's specifically paired up with Rapunzel, she would always be around that level tier. But because I base it off the reality of the situation where, okay, it's only one character, by the way, and it's a pilgrim, and it's a character that you have to make work. For her to be good, then I'd never give her that high of a tier. And I know people are going to be like, but what about the bunny girls? But the difference is Blanc and Noir are good by themselves, right? You don't really, obviously it's best to have them together, but Blanc by herself paired up with maybe even like Senti, let's say, right, is good. Noir by herself or paired up with like Modernia is very good, right? So there's definitely a lot of things you could do with those girls, but Nero literally has to be with this girl. In A tier, Emma, Miranda, N102, Add Me, Guilty, Noah, Polly, Ipeno, oh, Helm, regular Helm, okay, LaFlash, Power, Sugar, Roseanne, oh my, Ray, Nylister, what is going what the hell? Okay, in A tier, first things first, Ipeno is not that high. To say Ipeno's higher than, oh, wait, in B tier is Dorothy and Maxwell. Oh, hell no. Who made this tier list? What's your name, buddy? What? They gave reasonings. What did they say for Dorothy? What's their reasoning for Dorothy? No. They don't even have it, man. What are we talking about, buddy? Dorothy in B tier? Oh my god. Okay, in A tier, Rosanna that high is criminal. Even overall, she's not even that good in PvP, realistically, unless you like have her built. So it is a bit outrageous. Sugar fine, Emma fine, Miranda fine, N102 if you're giving her the benefit of doubt, honestly. Add Me, sure. Guilty should probably be an S, realistically. Noah, A is okay for her. You could have her in S, but A is okay. Polly, A is okay for her. Ipeno needs to go down. Helm is okay in A. She can go higher to S, but A is fine. Laplace is also fine in A. Power, surprisingly for even myself, is okay in A. Honestly, I don't think I'd put her in S, but I think she's okay in A. Sugar, okay in A. Rosanna, Ray, and Nylister probably should go down. Honestly, yeah. Nylister is not that great of a DPS as a Burst 2 character. Which is fine because Burst 2s don't really do damage besides Guilty because of her first effect. But Nylister, besides the damage, she's not doing anything else. Right? She doesn't have any real support mechanics. So she's really just dead weight on the team. So that's why I would say she would be, in my opinion. Ray, I mean, she was a free character, but that doesn't really change nothing. She's okay with the decoy, but honestly, B is probably where I would put her. Rosanna and A is criminal. Rosanna and Ray, Annie Pennell all the way over. Then, oh my gosh, even Masters here. What? Wait, Exia, Milk, Soda, Arya, Miracle Fairy, Anne, Viper, Brid, Maxwell, Vesty, Eula, Anchor, Sakura, Quincy, Mast, and Dorothy, and D. This is so dumb. Okay, a lot of people put, D very low, because she's only good against bosses. Now, my thing is, if you're not really fighting story, and if you're not doing tower, everything else is boss related. Right? Because Union Raid is boss related, Solo Raid is boss related, Special Interception is boss related. I mean, every stage at the end is boss related. Technically everything is boss related, but like solo boss, like you start with a boss. That's where D shines a lot. So that's why I always give her, a benefit of the doubt. Because there's a lot of boss content in the game. But in B tier, probably not where I would sit with D personally. Probably put her in A. Dorothy should be all the way in S+, guaranteed. Remove Biscuit and Dorothy should switch, guaranteed. Biscuit and Dorothy should switch. Mast is probably an A tier character for me personally. Sakura, we could keep her in B only because she's only good against Train. And like really just with Ludmilla. Maxwell in B is so stupid. Maxwell's like a S tier unit for me too. Because she's like a combination of literally Snow White and Privity, right? With the attack buff and the insane damage. Viper probably could go up or it could stay, that's fine, honestly. Miracle Anne, she could stay or go up one. But I would definitely move D up. Definitely move Dorothy all the way up to the top, S+. Probably move Mast up one. And then obviously I would move Maxwell to S. But everything else, in terms of what I would move down, let me see what they have more. Let me see. In C tier, they have Coco, Jackal, Ludmilla, Mary, Volume, Winter Shopper, Rupee, Yan, Anise, Diesel, Fulquang, Makima, Signal, Uni, Guillotine, Isabel, Julia, Maiden, Neve, Rappy, and Aquamarine Helm in C tier. Lord have mercy. Okay. In C, definitely, I would not say Helm is a C tier. Definitely not. I would move her up maybe to A tier or S tier, right? When it comes to like electric bosses, she is very good, and then her damage is decent for a burst 2, since she's a top 3 DPS burst 2 character in the game, because there's not really much. So that's a W for her. Jacqueline C is crazy because in PvP alone, especially with the revamps of the rewards, this character could literally take you to the top. So in C tier is crazy for me. Ludmilla in C is also a bit crazy for me, but I can understand it. She has her one use really in Train. And that's when paired up with Sakura. So I don't really think that I'm gonna change that. Guillotine, Guillotine, not Guillotine, Guillotine. Definitely not a C, especially after her buff. Like A for sure, I would think. I would say I'd take a Guillotine is A for sure. Replace Guillotine and literally Rosanna for sure. And then not even replace, just move Helm up to like A or S. Really that simple. Everybody else here, maybe I would move Volume up to 1 tier. Everybody else I think I'd keep. Maybe I'm thinking Makima would move up to 1 tier as well, B tier. But C is okay for her too, I think. But yeah, in this tier I would just change Helm, and I just change Guillotine and Jackal, realistically. Okay, and then the last tier has Freema, Neon, Bilorta, Inuwa, Novel, Crow, Solene, okay, then just like SRs and thing, and then Blue Ocean Neon. Blue Ocean Neon, honestly, because I guess we're just gonna talk about the SRs or SSRs. Solene in D tier, it's crazy. Novel, Novel in D tier is crazy, right? And I know Novel doesn't really have much uses against bosses, but again, her situation is equivalent to D's situation for me, where she really shines in bosses, right? So I would put her wherever I put D, if not one tier under D, whatever tier I put D in, which I believe was A, because I think she's in B. Even Blue Ocean Neon, I would keep her in D tier. I would keep her in D tier personally. I don't think she's going up at all for me. And then Solene, I would keep her in D tier as well, because although Solene did get a very nice buff, she's still a character who, when she loses just 1 HP, it's over for you, right? So you do need to have a healer. Not to mention, you need to have a healer like Rapunzel, basically, because if I run Pepper, right, and obviously so somebody else took more damage than Solene, again, the moment she loses just 1 HP, it's done. But Novel, it should not be this low, guaranteed not. The most stupidest thing I've seen on this tier list to date is what Dorothy's at. Wherever Dorothy and B is the dumbest, almost cursed. Dorothy is the dumbest placement to date where I've seen. This is a horrible tier list. I'm not going to lie. I mean, there's some decent placements. Like, I want to say maybe, I would say like 60% of this tier list is correct, 40% is incorrect with the place. I'd say 70% is correct. And then 30% is incorrect, right? There's some, like in C, there's only a couple changements. In D, there's only a few changements. In B, only like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, no, not 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 changements for me. And 8, no, this is just a bad tier list, bro. It has okay placements for some characters, but realistically, it's a bad tier list. I'm not gonna lie. You guys let me know what you think of this tier list. What do you guys rate this tier list out of 10, right? For the people who, of course, know about Nikke and played Nikke for a long time, actually understand the characters, what would you guys say this tier list is out of 10? For me, this is like a 4 out of 10 tier list, honestly. Dorothy that low, and Rosanna higher than Dorothy is all it takes for me to say whoever made this tier list is foolish. That's all I need to see. But you guys let me know what you think. It's your boy Zxous. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.